Oh, am I gonna get hate from this video? Well, I'm saying it right now. The Lakers are not a super team. Of course, before I do get into this video, if you guys could leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on the post notifications. I am trying to hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of the year, and your subscription would mean a lot to me. Let's get into this video. Yes, I understand exactly what I am saying, and yes, I understand that I'm gonna get a lot of comments from people saying that you're dumb, you do not watch basketball, but just hear me out and watch the end of this video. Now, something I've learned on being on the internet for years of my life, I can tell you firsthand that not everyone is gonna agree with what you say 100% of the time. I could bring you a stats, definitions, every single bit of evidence I need to prove my case, and one of you guys would be saying that I'm wrong. I could tell you the sky is blue, but one of you guys could be trying to tell me that the sky is somehow red. With that being said, with the Los Angeles Lakers signing all these guys, a lot of people are calling them a super team, and I need to emphasize that the term super team gets thrown out a lot, and I definitely do believe that a team like this Nets, I don't think they were a super team. There is a difference between a big three and a good rotation and a good bench and a super team. A super team is a team that is very hard to beat, that has about, now they say 3 all-stars in their prime. I would say about 4 all-stars who are just really good players just in general. The most recent super team that I can honestly think about was the Warriors when they had Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. That is a super team. Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry were easily all top 25 players at the time, and Draymond Green was arguably the best defender in the league. I said it once in this video, I will say it again. There is a difference between a big three and a super team. A big three is basically the super team name, except with just one less player. It's 3 all-stars or 3 players at the best in their prime. LeBron was definitely in his prime. Chris Bosh, you could argue, who's in his prime, and Dwayne Wade was in his prime. These were the best players at the best time. I do believe over the past couple of years we've kind of just eliminated the word big three, and now just any big three is considered a super team. But if we're gonna go with that, then yes, the NBA Finals had a super team. We could say the Bucks are a super team with Giannis, Chris Middleton, and Drew Holiday. We could say that the Suns with Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton were a super team, but none of those teams are a super team, and it's obvious. They both had really good benches, both teams had really good shooters, and they both had a system that worked. That is not a super team, that is just an efficient team. A super team, like I said, would be, for example, that Warriors team back in the day who did not have that good of a bench, but they are still a super team. I don't care how good your bench is. If I'm being completely honest, they got shooters. That's all I literally asked for them to get. If they were going to prove, they needed to get shooters. Now let's talk about the super team with the Los Angeles Lakers. Now they're saying the starting lineup could look something along the lines of like Russell Westbrook, Wayne Ellington, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and they're saying maybe Dwight Howard or Marc Gasol, who I don't believe is exactly in the starting lineup. Listen, Anthony Davis, we could argue, yeah, he's in his prime. LeBron is definitely not in his prime. Russell Westbrook is not in his prime, but some people want to make the argument that he is in his prime. I wouldn't think he is, but if we want to have the argument, whatever. That's still 2 really good players. And LeBron James, who, yes, he's a good player. He's a top player in the league, and I'm not saying he's not, but I'm saying that is a big three, okay? There are a lot of big threes in the NBA. I feel like you almost need a somewhat big three to be able to compete in the NBA nowadays, and that's a pure fact. Now, let me ask you this, guys. What does this Lakers situation remind you of? Oh, let me think. What about the LeBron James Miami Heat that had all those veteran players like Ray Allen, Udonis Haslem, Mario Chalmers, Norris Cole, all of those players? Is that what this reminds you of? Because it is the exact same thing. It is them getting veteran players and good shooters, cough cough, Ray Allen, cough cough, Norris Cole, cough cough, Mario Chalmers, that these players that they got for dirt cheap, and they signed all these big players, cough cough, Russell Westbrook, LeBron, and Anthony Davis got their bags a while back ago. So yes, it is the same thing. It is the same blueprint. And for crying out loud, LeBron is wearing number 6 now. He's trying to replicate the Miami Heat, which is a big three. I need to emphasize this. I'm telling you, that LeBron team in the Miami was not a super team. That is a big three. They were never called a super team. We've always known them as the Miami Heat big three, and that's a fact. So my question is, when we get a team with 5 NBA All-Stars, what do we call them? The Justice League of fucking America? Like, come on. Now about the Lakers bench and their rotation that's gonna go on, I think it's a good rotation. They got shooters in Wayne Ellington. They got a veteran in Carmelo Anthony. They got players like Trevor Ariza. And I know we're making the retirement home jokes, so we could make those, but still, it's still a good supporting cast. It's just not a super team. I'm going to say this once, and I'm not going to repeat this again unless I make a playoff prediction video. The Los Angeles Lakers, I believe are gonna win the finals this year. That is me being non-biased to the Phoenix Suns. I believe the Lakers will win. That's a fact. LeBron seems to, like, apparently he's coming back or something, like, better than ever. Anthony Davis is still in his prime. Russell Westbrook, we could be seeing something completely different. That's not what I'm saying. And if a team wins an NBA championship, that's not gonna make them a super team. I'm just telling you right now, this argument that people are saying, oh my god, the Los Angeles Lakers are unbeatable. Listen, guess who we said was unbeatable too? That Miami Heat LeBron team. I am going to go back and refer to that team every single time I'm making an argument like this, because it's the same blueprint. You got a really good guard in his prime, Russell Westbrook and Dwayne Wade. LeBron, obviously LeBron. You have a big man who is in his prime, also known Anthony Davis and Chris Bosh at the time. And yes, we can make the argument whoever is better. That's not what the point of this video is. But that Miami Heat team was beatable, and it has been beaten. Just like this Lakers team could lose. They're not guaranteed going to win the championship. When the Warriors got Kevin Durant and they had Steph Curry and all those other players, yeah, we knew they were going to win. And guess what? They won. Like, they won the championship. And if Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson don't get hurt, they probably three-peat. That's a fact. Yes, LeBron led the Cavs every single year to play them, but guess what? We all knew they were not going to win. They stood no chance. For sake, LeBron got swept by them at one point. So the fact that the Los Angeles Lakers, people are saying, are going to be unbeatable and no one can beat them and they're a super team is damn right. It's ridiculous. It's simply ridiculous. It's so stupid that people actually think this is how it works. Now listen, like I said, the Lakers will probably win the championship. Like that's all I'm saying. But still, I don't think they're a super team. And I'm getting sick of this like argument being thrown around that like every super good NBA team that has a good rotation, which is a lot of teams in the league. And listen, the Lakers, might be completely honest, they didn't get that many popular names. Like, they got Carmelo Anthony, who probably will never start for them, and that's about it. They got a good supporting cast in Wayne Ellington and Trevor Ariza and Dwight Howard, but you didn't get like a bunch of like all-stars and players that were just out of their prime. Like, honestly, I think it's so dumb how people are trying to say this is an actual super team. If that is the case, then just about almost every single NBA team in the league is arguably a super team. The Phoenix Suns are a super team. The Milwaukee Bucks are a super team. The Warriors are a super team. The Heat are, like, every single NBA team would be considered a super team if we're going off the same basis. Listen, I'm not mad about this. I know I cut, like, sometimes in my voice when I'm like really passionate about something, I sound like I'm hating on a team. That's not how I am. I'm just really passionate about basketball, and I'm passionate when I make arguments like this, so that's kind of why I speak like this. But I don't hate the Lakers. I fucking hate the Lakers. Fuck you, LeBron. But on a real note, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys do leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on the post notifications. I don't make videos like this very often, and when I do try to like take a lot of effort into them. But like I said, yep, that's gonna do it for the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have an amazing day. Take care. Peace.